series finale time from South Bend, where number 13 North Carolina aims for a road sweep against 23rd ranked Notre Dame, looking for its 4th ranked win across the past 2 weekends. And with that, we welcome you into Frank Eck Stadium. So glad you're with us on the ACC Network alongside Jack Rinaldi. I'm Tyler Reedy. Jack, it was a sweep of the doubleheader for UNC yesterday afternoon, but Notre Dame got a big offensive performance out of Bino Waters, the cleanup man, a single short of the cycle in Game 2.
Top of the 4th inning from Four Winds Field, scoreless between the South Bend Cubs and the Quad Cities River Bandits here on Marquee Sports Network, along with Brendan King. Tyler Reedy, glad to be with you. And BK, after a week of rest last week, Evan Oschenbeck is Evan Oschenbeck.
And the bases are loaded for Drew Bowser. Here we go again.
If I was Fort Wayne, I would not give him an inside fastball.
It was Isaiah Lowe he took deep, a right-hander for the slam last night. And that pitch is not close, way above the zone with the fastball. Bowser tonight is 0 for 2. He was 7 for 11 with the bases loaded last year. And that didn't include the grand slam taken away in Dayton on the 27th of July. It did include a walk-off single against Lake County in Game 1 of the second half. And he's trying to deal with could be a knockout punch here in the bottom of the 6th. There it goes, deep to left field. McCoy looking up, he's done it again! A grand slam in back-to-back games. Drew Bowser breaks it open. 7-0 Cubs.
Right-hander about to fire his 80th pitch. And Carpathios rips it into right field for a base knock. Morel charges, windmill on at third. Here comes Jackson, throw home, and Armas got him at the dish. Rafael Morel saves a run, and there's the second out of the inning.
Tenney again, one of Notre Dame's best with runners in scoring position. He's hitting .409 in these situations. To right center field, that's gonna go deep. 1 run is in, here comes Waters. Moreno flies around third. Bases clearing double, Carson Tenney, and the Irish lead by 4. Payoff pitch. Bounce to third, could be 2. DeMarco, cross diamond, Brustevich digs it up and out of the turf, and the Irish turn 2 to escape the bases loaded jam. He shoots this one to right field. Back goes Harrelson. He's looking up. Tie game. Jace Lee with his first collegiate home run. It's 4-4 in the 6th. A matchup with Estevan Moreno. Moreno! Notre Dame takes the lead. Wow! Another 1-2 coming from the freshman Vanamede. He struck him out. The Irish have got the power, and they've got the series opener. Notre Dame hits 7 home runs and upsets number 4 Florida State 16-9. Early lead for North Carolina on the leadoff home run from Jake Schaffner. Now the Tar Heels hand the ball over to left-hander Folger Boaz. The junior from Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, makes his 7th start of the season. The Tar Heels are 5-1 when he takes the baseball. He opened the year as the Saturday starter, but now has settled into the Sunday role and will really pitch to contact, but Jack, more often than not, it's soft contact.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a fine blueprint to follow when you have the fielders behind you that Boaz is going to have out there today. He adds a cutter this year that adds an interesting element to his game. You get a different movement than you would have from the changeup or the fastball, which is a little straighter, but really excited to see how he's going to pitch today.
Scott Forbes did say he'd like to see Boaz start striking more guys out, and he'll look to do it against this Notre Dame batting order under fourth-year head coach Sean Stifler. What a step forward Noah Coy's taken in his sophomore year, playing shortstop every day and going 5 for 9 with a handful of extra base hits this weekend.
Yeah, he was phenomenal yesterday, just continuing his improvement from last season. He's raised his batting average by something like 150 points from last year. So he's just been phenomenal to start the year and continuing that in both games yesterday.
Drew Birkland, the Minnesota transfer, leads off and takes the first pitch beneath the zone for ball one. Birkland's got a 33-game on-base streak stretching back to last year in Minneapolis, 21-game hit streak within this season. He's been Mr. Consistent atop the lineup for Notre Dame and takes a big cut, comes up empty for a 1-1 count.
Here's another guy that gives you an experienced element that at least the top part of this lineup doesn't have beyond Mark Quattrani. Birkland's been around a long time. He's seen a lot of pitches, and he brings that experience to every at-bat.
He makes his 106th career start today. And faces a 1-2 count against Folger Boaz. Boaz last week against Louisville made what Scott Forbes said was probably his best start. 4 innings in a third, 3 runs allowed, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no decision as the Tar Heels came back to win. It was a big 8th inning for Carolina in that victory against the Cards to win the series. 5 runs, all with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th to turn a 4-2 deficit into a 7-6 win. Birkland shoots it to right center field. That'll fall toward the gap and become a leadoff single for Notre Dame. Birkland just keeps rolling. On-base streak to 34, hit streak to 22 right away.
I mean, that's just phenomenal. The hit streak, incredibly impressive at 22 games. But you look at that at bat there, right? He falls behind early 1-2, battles back to 3-2, gets a hittable pitch on 3-2, and drives it to the opposite field. When I say he brings an experienced element to Notre Dame's lineup, that's what I mean. That's a very experienced play, that's a veteran play, and it's one that Notre Dame's a lot better for having.
3 lefties in the Irish lineup against the southpaw Boaz. And here's the first Coy showing bunt and taking a strike on the outside.
By the way, when I said Coy had raised his average by 150 points, it's actually more than 200. He went from 143 to 361. Oh boy.
Here's a high drive toward right center field. Coy homered yesterday, and now he's done it again. A leadoff shot for North Carolina. How about a 2-run blast for Notre Dame? Coy takes the lead for the Irish with his 3rd home run of the season.
Something about these early home runs for Notre Dame just gets them going. They take the lead back on what was a shot from Noah Coy. And you want to know how he's improved? Just take a look at that pitch right there. He sees the pitch well, he waits on it, and he gets good launch angle underneath it to get it up and over the wind and out over the fence in right field.
Now Mark Quattrani, Notre Dame's home run leader. Cornell transfer takes the first pitch. He went yard yesterday with a hooking shot down the left field line. His 8th home run of the season. And he jumps ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Jack, as we were walking in here today, I undersold the wind maybe a little bit. We were talking about how hard it was blowing out toward left and center field. And you commented the ball might be flying today, and it certainly has early. As Quattrani rolls over and grounds out on a tough play at first for Eric Paulson.
Paulson makes that play look so routine. That is not an easy play to make. To dig that out backhanded is so impressive. I just never think first basemen get enough credit for how good of a reception that is on the back end of that throw.
Paulson's a guy who was a Conference Defensive Player of the Year last season. So it's an elite glove to go with his special bat over at first base. Now another man who can play first but is in left field today, Bino Waters for Notre Dame. He went deep in the first inning Game 2 yesterday, 2-run shot to the opposite field. So he's up to 6 blasts on the season, 3 for 8 on the weekend with all 3 hits in the doubleheader finale. And it's quickly 1-2.
Some good life on that fastball.
Yeah, no doubt. That 4-pitch mix is trying to do what Ty Uber did in the first inning, bounce back from the early home run. Waters beats the shift with a soft ground ball through the left side. 1-out single, and Waters has the 3rd hit of the inning for Notre Dame.
Good job there by Waters to fight that pitch off. Maybe not the power swing we're used to seeing from him, but drives it the opposite way on an inside pitch. And look, when you put the ball in play, sometimes good things happen.
Davis Johnson now with a man aboard and 1 out. Johnson has suddenly become the most experienced position player for Notre Dame in terms of action with the Irish. He's a junior, and he split the catching role with Mark Quattrani this year, DHing today. And so he's a big-time leader now for this Fighting Irish ball club and offense in particular. Sean Stifler said he sent him a text Wednesday morning just saying, hey, I love your process right now. I love what you're doing, your leadership style. And he's contributed big time with the power as well. 6 home runs on the season, slugging percentage approaching 700. And he's hit all of those home runs, Jack, in ACC play because he was a bit banged up toward the end of February.
And how big for Notre Dame has it been to get him back from the injury?
That ball stays fair on a hooking roller toward first. Paulson applies the tag. Waters advances into scoring position, and now 2 retired for Jace Lee.
The right fielder, number 1, Jace Lee.
Jace Lee has 2 hits this week. They have both left the building. As he takes a high heater for the first pitch. Jace Lee back in right field today. That's the usual position for the South Bend, Indiana native, who went to St. Joseph High School just down the street from here.
Another guy in this Notre Dame lineup that's taken a big step forward from year 1 to year 2.
Made 30 starts as a freshman, hit 208, couple of big home runs right around this time of year when the Irish were playing a top 10 team in Florida State. But year sort of fizzled out for him. But he has been so much better this year. And going to play in the Northwoods League with Kalamazoo alongside Noah Coy, the Irish shortstop, really helped him out. Those 2 guys were the 2 best hitters for the Kalamazoo Growlers last summer. They've come to South Bend ready to rake again. Lee uses the opposite way and singles to right. Windmill on at third for Waters. Carter French comes up throwing, and it's not in time. A 2-out rally for Notre Dame as Jace Lee drives in his classmate, and the Irish for the 2nd consecutive game have 3 in the first.
I'll tell you what, this is a gutsy send to bring Waters around third on a ball that was hit to very shallow right center, but the ground ball moving a little too slow for French to come up on really quickly, and Waters is in there in time. And good job by Jace Lee to drive it to the opposite field. 3rd opposite field hit of the first inning for Notre Dame, and you see here, French just not able to get everything he wants behind this throw, and Waters in there in plenty of time as the ball sails up the line.
That was Lucas Jones, the Notre Dame assistant coach, with the wave around at third base. And Notre Dame has repeated the first inning from yesterday. North Carolina got 1 in the top of the first in game 2. The Irish respond with a trio. Brestevich softly grounds it to second. Gallagher will end the inning. Notre Dame answers North Carolina and then some. It started with a 2-run shot from the sophomore Noah Coy, his 2nd long ball of the weekend, and the Irish carry a 3-1 lead into the 2nd on the ACC network.
BK, thank you. Cub fans, take a deep breath. We had them all the way. It's a 5-1 series win for South Bend. The only team in the Midwest League with 30 wins this season plays at 4 Wins Field. And I'm joined by Peg's player of the game, Miguel Useche. 3 hits, a home run, 3 RBI. Watch out. There's one. See if there's another. What's it like being one of the most feared hitters in the Midwest League right now?
It's pretty cool. That was actually a pretty cool moment there. I mean, all the glory goes to God. I mean, he's the reason we have these opportunities to be here every day. And, I mean, I wouldn't be here without him and the support of the team and the fans as well.
Take me through that 7th inning. It could have been a lot more if they didn't intentionally walk you, but you guys get 4 runs, you swing the game, and you end up winning it by 2.
I mean, that's just the greatness of our team right there.
That wasn't as good as the first 2. That like grazed my elbow. We might need another. I wouldn't be so satisfied with that, but anyway, how'd you guys get it done there?
I mean, that's just how complete our team is right there. I mean, we're a really complete team from 1 to 9. I mean, even some of the guys on the bench, I mean, we can all get it done at any moment. So, I mean, we know we have each other's backs, and down the line, we're going to be pretty good.
You're still 4.5 games up in first place, 2.5 weeks to go. How much fun is this postseason push, and how are you guys playing such good ball right now?
I mean, the camaraderie we have on this team right now is absolutely amazing. We're a really tight-knit group right there, and, I mean, we all pull for each other, and we just seem to get it done day by day.
4 consecutive series wins for your Cubs. They are at 30 victories, first team in the Midwest League to do that. That's Peg's player of the game, Miguel Useche. BK, back up to you.